So let's say we have a function called concatenate strings with space, something like this. So what it does is takes in two strings, string one and string two, and it just does a basic concatenation. So this is what it does basically. So now let's say in my application, I have some logic where I have to greet the user or something like that. And this is a generic function, right? Like concatenate string with space. It could be any two strings. It doesn't have to be a user greeting or something. So to make it uh, more readable and also to demonstrate the concept of partial application with inbuilt function binds in JavaScript, we'll just returns this thing. So we will bind it. We don't need the context. We can pass in null as well. But the first argument is always a greeting. So let's say it has to always be hello. So something like this. Now, this binding is an example of a partial application here because we, in practice, this function concatenate user requires three arguments if we include the this one context here. So this context will usually be this, but I'm using arrow functions, so I might as well pass null. Yeah, context. So this function is only receiving like partial input out of all the required inputs for it. Yeah, so it's a partial application. And bind is an inbuilt function in JavaScript which you can call on functions to do it. So this is an example of a partial application with bind. Now let's say I want to greet the user. What I could do is all I have to use is greet user and let's say the user's name is John or something like that. Yeah. This bind itself will return a function. This bind itself is a function. Yeah. So I remove this, we get the proper hello John